I would like to thank those that applauded us, although we are literally only doing a watch along tonight. We're not doing anything special. But yeah, Rule Britannia up the England and all of that. Apparently they won a football game this morning, but that's irrelevant compared to what we were about to do. And I'm joined by Mr. Dill this evening. How are we doing and how patriotic are we tonight?
Well, very after that splendid introduction, that was brilliant. And we won't point out that that was the second time we did it because I forgot to press go live the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the heat. But yeah, all good. Nice to be back doing one of these. And it's Northampton again for a second Monday in a row, I think.
I think you may be right, but well, this is the second Monday we'll be watching Northampton. This is the first of a double dose of Kings Lynn that we get. As on Thursday, Sheffield versus Kings Lynn is on BSN, so there may as well be a watch along to that. BSN. The BSN fixtures are up now, so Thursday Sheffield versus Kings Lynn, which we will cover. Friday is Edinburgh versus Redcar, which we probably won't cover because I'll be at Scunny unless Still wants to do it with Al or in his own.
I'm otherwise engaged.
Thursday the 16th will probably be on for Ipswich versus Sheffield. Thursday the 23rd we will probably be on for Leicester versus Bellevue. Friday the 24th, unfortunately due to contractual agreements with the club, we will not be doing a watch along for Scunthorpe Scorpions versus the Redcar Bears.
Yeah, should we have a look at the two meetings that are taking place tonight? I suppose we'd have started down at Leicestershire, hadn't we?
Well, we may as well.
Do you want to do Ipswich and I'll do Leicester?
Well, I'm wearing my Ipswich t-shirt. I may as well. For the Witches that have been a little bit rubbish of late, their number one is Tom Brennan. It's rider replacement for Danny King at number 2. At number 3 is Richard Lawson. Scott Nichols rides at number 4. Tobias Muesliak goes at number 5. New recruit Kevin Yule Pedersen rides at number 6, and at number 7 is Jason Edwards. Have you got a man to watch, and why?
Richard Lawson. He likes Leicester's track. He's a former Lion. He goes well there. He's probably a shining light along with Danny King in what has otherwise been a relatively poor Ipswich team so far this year.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Excellent stuff. For the Lions of Leicestershire, no Ryan Douglas at number 1. He had a horrific looking crash in Poland yesterday. Marvellous how he broke his neck and everything, how his head twisted. But he's just battered and bruised, so they call on Josh Pickering tonight. It's rider replacement at number 2 for Carl Howarth, who suffered an ankle injury last week. Sam Masters skippers at 3. Dan Thompson moves to number 4, fresh off of dropping I think it was just a 1 point to an opponent last week when we watched on Thursday evening. Nick Morris goes at 5, Drew Kemp at 6, Joe Thompson at number 7. Have you got a Lion to watch, Palmer?
Ronnie Pickering. I'd be very interested to see how he gets on as a number 1 in this league. I mean, when you watch him at Sheffield, he rides like a number 1, but yeah, I don't think he's too fond of the Hydro Scanned Arena. And talking of the Hydro Scanned Arena, due to a fixture this weekend being postponed, I've decided I'm going to go there on Sunday for National League.
Excellent stuff. Predictions for this one, Palmer. You went with 52 points to 38 in Leicester's favour, and I went for Leicester by 10. So neither of us giving Ipswich much of a hope.
Up the Witches.
And now for
all we have to say.
Yes, and now for the meeting we are covering tonight. Do you want to do the Kings Lynn Stars, and I'll do the Foxes of Northamptonshire?
I would be absolutely honoured to give our lovely audience the Kings Lynn Stars. So riding for the PSE, PSH Environmental Stars, whatever they are. Number 1 is a Manchester Grand Prix winner, Max Frick. Number 2 is Chris Harris, who was very embarrassing at Plymouth on Saturday. And number 3, Little Cook, Ben Cook, same thing. Cooper Russian rides at number 4. Strawberry Jam, Yankovic rides at 5. New recruit Jordan Jenkins at number 6 and rising star Jodie Scott rise at number 7. Have you got a man to watch and why?
This is a tough one. I'm going to go for Coops. He's having a really good season. He's really taken to the Adrian Flux Arena as well, and he's riding really well. He's on the crest of a wave at the minute. Dropped a couple of silly points last week, but he's quite a determined kid, and he'll want to put that ride straight away.
Absolutely, and I'm kind of glad you went for Coops because that means we've gone differently. I've gone for Jordan Jenkins. Since his move to Berwick, he's certainly stepped it up a bit, and he scored quite well here last time out.
I very, very nearly went for Jordan Jenkins. I also considered Chris Harris because the track gets set up for him and is in the easier number 2 position, but I thought we'd go for Coops. For the Foxes of Northamptonshire, slightly different to the Foxes we saw last week. They led a number 1 by Jamon Lidsey. Kai Thompson goes to number 2. Number 3, Matty Zagar comes back in after recovering from a broken ankle. Niels Christian Everson, former Kings Lynn rider, modern day Kings Lynn legend as Lee Kilby described him as earlier, goes to number 4. Another former star at 5, Nikolai Clint, who's off the back of a very good weekend for Redcar. Troy Batchelor drops to number 6 and drops to reserve with Matty Zagar coming back in, and Luke Harrison the rising star at number 7. You've got a Fox to watch, Palmer.
I'm going to go for Nikolai Clint. He can be very, very inconsistent, as we know, but he's spent more years at Kings Lynn than what Josh Orty has at Scunthorpe. If he should know every inch of this track tonight, and he should be a prominent scorer for Northampton. Should be been the key words.
Yeah, keywords. I'm going to go for Kai Thompson. He didn't have such a good meeting last time we watched him. He was up and down at Leicester as well since moving to number 2, but I still think a couple of bad meetings won't deter from what has been a very successful start to the season for him. He's been a shining light in what has been a very inconsistent Northampton team. Predictions
Absolutely.
for this one. We've both gone for Kings Lynn. You've gone for Kings Lynn by 4 points, and I've gone a little bit wider with 6 points. So we both reckon Northampton are going to keep this close.
To be fair, Northampton's been doing really, really well. To be fair, yeah, they've just been a bit unfortunate, haven't they? With a few things, but
mainly they're number 1, not delivering.
Yeah.
And riders are now on parade. There is a bit of news from the other meeting taking place. The 2 rider replacements for the opening heat. Dan Thompson takes the rider replacement riding blue for Carl Howarth. Tobias Muszlek takes the rider replacement in yellow for Danny King. So Josh Pickering and Dan Thompson against Tom Brennan and Tobias Muszlek. Ipswich opting to throw their big gun in early.
Roddy Pickering!
And
I'm going to introduce him on Friday like that.
Roddy Pickering, who's that? Me.
Roddy Pickering!
Excellent stuff. And it's good to have Matty Zagar back if you're a Northampton fan as well. Jonas Jeppsson didn't do what you would expect at reserve particularly, but if you had the opportunity to bring in Matty Zagar back to his spot and then drop Troy Batchelor to reserve, he proved on Thursday last week he's capable when he's feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is no disrespect to Jonas Jeppsson. I mean, he's absolutely fine for Workington, but in the Premiership, Jonas Jeppsson at this minute is a reserve, whereas Matty, on his day, can be a proven heat leader in this league. And I think that's part of the reason why Northampton, whilst they've been close in meetings, they've not quite got it over the line just yet. I think they've been missing that extra heat leader, and having Matty back can only be a good thing for the Foxes.
Winnie, Cornetto, Eater, Winnie. Evening all, hope all good. 52-38 for me tonight. Would like it closer, but just can't see Jody for man of the meeting. I hope you're right, because I've just put him in my fantasy league team as my rising star, replacing Jason Edwards. Watch Jason Edwards have an absolute perler at Leicester tonight and Jody have a mare here.
Yes, you know it's going to happen. I'll be honest, I don't even know who my rising star is in that fantasy league team. I've kind of forgot.
Let's have a look for you. Luke 42-62 8 stars win, but wouldn't put it past the Foxes. Northampton have kept it close here both times they've been here yet this season. I think they've been here twice. I'm sure they have.
Their opening meeting was here,
and
where they lost 50-40.
I'm sure they've been here relatively recently as well.
Probably have. I'll tell you what, I'll have a look if you go and find out who my rising star was.
Your rising star is your work colleague.
Stop the world!
Jesus Christ, Tom Brennan's not run a last in Heat 1.
Never mind that, he's won the bloody thing.
Yeah, he number 1 at Leicester was won by Tom Brennan, second in yellow Tobias Muslek, and third in red Josh Pickering. Dan Thompson at the rear of the field. Very rare you see Dan Thompson on the wrong end of a heat advantage, let alone a 5-1 around the hydro scan. So advantage Ipswich early on. Still a long way to go though. There's still water in this track at Kings Lynn. It's bloody grippy as it is, and they're still going around putting some of that H20 stuff down.
Well, it's a warm day, innit?
It is. Let's hope there's not a sun delay.
Northampton was here only 3 weeks ago, the 15th of June. They lost 48-42.
So that was relatively close as well.
So, but Kings Lynn have got good since that loss to Leicester.
That crowd, certainly on the home straight, isn't particularly great.
No. But it's one of them. It's one of the reasons why we only have like one home, one away in the Championship. People, when you get in the same opposition, like obviously this is the third meeting at Kings Lynn between these two teams. People just like, well, I've seen them once or I've seen them twice, but nothing special. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that. And people have probably got home from work after watching the football at 3 o'clock this morning and thought, we'll give it a miss because I want to go and have a nap, or I want to go to bed at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you've got a point on that one as well. Look at all that shale on the centre green. Get Rob Godfrey down there to rob some.
Nah, to be fair, our track was shocking on Friday. So Ryan Ingram, who obviously we sponsor, showed me the team group chat after they'd been on the track walk, and Josh put in the group chat a picture of the track and like, at Rob Godfrey thought this was meant to be a dirt track. What are these rocks? To the response of, well, one was 2 words, the last word was off, and one began with an F.
Pico, other than running a third in Heat 1 though, went unbeaten.
He did. Pico likes a third in Heat 1 from time to time.
Doesn't like winning a Heat 1, does he? So Leicester fans need not worry early on.
But it's not necessarily embarrassing. It will be for Josh. He got beat in Heat 1 by Joe Thompson.
Oh dear.
Like, don't get me wrong, nothing against Joe, I think he's a good lad. But Joe Thompson.
The stats are up on the screen at the moment. Rider head-to-head, 2026 average. Damon Lindsay is averaging nearly a point below his official average. That's shocking. The sun's out, you know exactly what this means, don't you?
Only too well.
We're getting a fucking sun delay at some point.
SFT in the background, there's 2 of them. Sorry. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
If you are watching, get in the comments. Tell us what you're doing to survive this heat wave. what snacks you want, what you had for your tea, whether you watched England, what ice creams we're having. I had a blue raspberry jubbly earlier, never seen them before, but it was bloody lovely.
I can't say anything because I had 3 ice creams while I was at work. So
And a slushie.
dinner time and a slushie. My colleague at dinner time went over to the co-op garage thing across the road and bought some. There was like double caramel magnums because they were on offer, and it was bloody gorgeous. And then when I went over, I bought myself a slush because I needed a slush in this heat, and I bought me and the boys some chocolate and caramel like cornetto things, but the co-op version. And that is what my raffle winnings from Friday was spent on.
Number 2 has taken place at Leicester, and it was won by Drew Kemp. Recent Ipswich signing Kevin York Pedersen was second and Joe Thompson third. Jason Edwards at the back. 4-2 to Leicester, 5 points to 7 after 2.
Should have put Joe in 8-1. It'd have made Pico his biatch, I think is what the children say these days.
We've got riders pushing off for 8-1 at Kings Lynn. There's definitely going to be a sun delay, and now you can just feel it.
I can feel it heating in the air tonight. Oh yeah. Sorry for my gorilla impression.
Yes, referee for tonight is Simon Humphrey-Kennett, and Nikolai Clint won the toss and took 1 and 3 in Heat 1 for Northampton.
Absolutely. So at least on the bright side, if you're a Northampton fan,
you've won something.
You've won something.
And some may say the coin toss is more important than the meeting.
Yes, I say that a lot in pretend speedway games that we do.
Heat number 1, gate 1 in yellow, Kai Thompson has had a spell with Kings Lynn in the past. Gate 2 in blue, Chris Harris. Gate 3 in white is Jamin Lindsay, and gate 4 in red, Max Freak. Jamin Lindsay has not acted like a number 1 this year with his points. He really needs to get out, make a good start and get some on the board early on here.
He ain't a number 1, is he?
He's not.
To be fair, he's barely... No disrespect to Jamo. There's no disrespect intended to Jamo. He's actually a really lovely bloke, but he's the sort of rider you'd want in the 2, 3 or 4 position.
Yeah.
Not at 1.
Or 5.
But to be fair, judging by his 8-1s, you wouldn't want him at 1.
Wouldn't want him at 2.
So, heat number 1 then. Start Marshall walks away. Tapes rise, away we go. We say that, and Jamo's made a beautiful start there, and Max Strick now just getting round the outside there of Kai Thompson. So it's Jamin Lindsay at the front with Max Strick there in second. Now, what can Chris Harris do? Is he looking to go round the outside of Kai Thompson? Kai says, "You're not coming round me, pal." And Jamin Lindsay has has extended the lead. Sorry, out in front. Don't know what I was talking about. I blame the 2 cans of beer I've just had. Max Strick there challenging in second, but Kai Thompson not a million miles away, and Chris Harris, if somebody wants to tell him that this isn't Plymouth, he's not taking a guest booking, he is allowed to score, that would be, well, I would say that would be marvellous, but we don't really like him, so it don't really matter to us. But yeah, Bomber going really wide there, coming off turns 3 and 4, and that's just really settled Kai into that 3rd place position, and keep going on like this, and it's going to be the Foxes that take a heat advantage in heat number 1, and they were saying Jamin's not a number 1, but he's gone and beaten one of the best riders in the league.
Who, to be fair to him, isn't riding like a number 1 in the league at the moment either. He's been a bit inconsistent, so but a good start from Jamo there. The track's maybe not quite as grippy as Bomber would like. He ran the outside and there was nothing there early on, there never is, but just generally it doesn't look as comfortable for Bomber as it has done. And when it was, Max Frick really struggled as well. Heat number 1 was won by the rider in white, Jamin Lindsay, second in red, Max Frick and third in yellow, Kai Thompson. 2 points to Kings Lynn, 4 points to Northampton. The Foxes lead early on.
That they certainly do. But will they be leading in 14 heats time? That is the question that we will know the answer to in about 2 hours time, give or take.
So we've got comments for heat number 3 from Leicester, but no result yet. But according
Who's
to
dead?
the Richard Lawson's
Oh.
not here. Freddie Hodder's at number 3.
Oh, jeez.
The useless twat. Just as I put him in my fantasy league team, he just doesn't turn up.
Jesus. There's no helping some people, is there?
He is becoming very unreliable, isn't he?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Heat number 2, gate 1 in red, Jordan Jenkins. Gate 2 in white, Troy Batchelor. Gate 3 in blue is Jody Scott. And off the outside in yellow is Luke Harrison. Alan's in the comments. Evening, gentlemen. Hope you're both well.
Yes, so absolutely marvellous, Nush. Oh, Jesus.
The other week you had Richard Lawson not having his kevies for pool, which they weren't happy about. Then he had a Danish prior commitment and he never ended up he never ended up making it, did he? He never got there.
No, he got his doctor to write him a sick note.
And there was missing this one as well.
Yeah. Not very good from old Richard, as Thomas Jorgensen would call him. Never forget that. I'll tell you the story after this race.
I was going to say I had heard this story, but I'm intrigued.
So, heat number 2, Tapes as Resin and Roy. We've got a beautiful start there from Jody Scott, who gets that first and first, but Luke Harrison now blasting right round the outside there of Jordan Jenkins, got himself into the second position now. Jenkins looking to come underneath Luke Harrison here, and Troy Batchelor's given up at the back. Standard Troy Batchelor, to be fair, waste of time. I don't know why Northampton signed him in the first place, but Jody Scott absolutely flying there out in front, and Jordan Jenkins in third is not a million miles away from Luke Harrison in second. If Luke can just keep this going, he should be okay. But the line isn't towards the outside where Jordan's just gone, and that's just allowed Luke to extend his gap there in second. Jody Scott, they're absolutely flying there out in front with 1 lap left to go. And if it stays like this, barring any form of slipstrips, falls, mechanical failures, and otherwise excuses, it's going to be level again as we turn around turns 3 and 4 for the final time, and it's a 4-2 back.
I absolutely echo what you said. Troy Batchelor is a complete and utter waste of time. Good ride from Jody, made a brilliant start and clamped Batch. Both the Kings Lynn boys did. Then Batch just came round and gave up. Absolute waste of time. Get rid of him and get Jepsen back. They're around about the same average. At least Jepsen tries for 4 laps.
A brilliant ride there from Jody Scott out in front.
Back-to-back heat wins from gate number 3. So Nicola Clint obviously saw something on gate 3 that he liked.
Oh, absolutely.
Heat number 2 was won by the rider in blue, Jody Scott. Second in yellow, Luke Harrison, and third in red, Jordan Jenkins. 4-2 to Kings Lynn, and it's now 6 points apiece. Alan says Lawson was took ill on his way to Leicester, apparently. Must have PTSD from his season there.
That's no excuse. Just no excuse.
Jeez.
Anyway, story time.
Do you want a quick couple of heats first from Leicester?
Go on then.
Heat number 3 was won by the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in blue was Dan Thompson, and third in yellow, Scott Nichols. 5-1 to Leicester to make it 10 points to 8. Heat number 4, Jason Edwards took the flag from Tobias Muszlek in second, and Joe Thompson third. Nick Morris was disqualified for a fall. He's a bit crap as well, ain't he? And the 5 rider replacement is Scott Nichols. Switch.
Interesting.
We'll have story time after this one because it's your batch of heats anyway from Leicestershire now.
Excellent. I'd hate to be Capes' head in this heat.
But it's burning like a good one. he's just showing Zagar where the green light is. Zagar couldn't give a toss, could he?
Nah.
He number 3, gate 1 in white is Matty Zagar, gate 2 in blue Cooper Russian and those tassels. Gate 3 in yellow is Nils Christian Everson, and off the outside in red is Ben Cook. He's been a bit hit and miss around here this year. He's either been fantastic or shizer, and there's been no in between. Oh my
I love
god.
Matthew Zager post-it note.
I was just going to say, his numbers are post-it note.
I think that's class.
Fucking out loud. And anyone who tells us that Speedway is a professional, look at Matthew Zagar's number on his bike. A bright orange post-it note.
And there's no gaffer tape round it either, so there's no expense spared.
And it's probably going to fly off before the end of the first bend.
So, heat number 3 then takes fly away. We go to fairly even start there, but Cooper Russian and Ben Cook get to that first and second turn first. And it is the Stars already comfortably on a 5-1 there. The rider in yellow, Nils Christian Everson. A Kings Lynn legend that is being bigged up in the pre-meeting talking bollocks that they do on BSN. Really letting the side down here is Ben Cook there showing his class out in front, and Cooper Russian is fending off Matty Zagar very, very, very well indeed as it stands. But Matty Zagar, whilst we sort of bigged him up a little bit, he did have a bad meeting in Poland yesterday. I think he only got about 3 points as we enter the final lap there, and barring any form of slipstrips, faults and mechanical failures, Kings Lynn are going to create a gap of 4 race points. But Ben Cook looks round for Cooper Russian and take the 5-1.
Good start from both the Stars boys then, to be honest, and that was pretty much it. Zagar did make a decent one, but snaked, and Nils Christian Everson was nowhere. Could Everson potentially be in danger of losing his spot? When you've got riders like Justin Sedgman and people like that don't have a top league team, and you've got people that are stealing a living in the Premiership and being SH1T about it.
Never say never, darling.
Heat number 3 was won by the rider in red. Ben Cook could have slowed down to let Cooper through from our Fantasy League team. Second in blue, Cooper Russian. Third in white, Matty Zagar. 5-1 to Kings Lynn. It's now 11 points to 7.
So it is. Yeah, beautiful gate there from Coops. Decent ride there from Ben just to get round outside really. And other than that was all she wrote.
Story time, Palmer.
So, sorry, I'll just put my little bedroom cooler on because it's a bit warm in here. That is bloody gorgeous. So, the story of the LOL and Richard. I'm obviously good mates with Richard Owensworth, who does a lot of stuff at Scunny. And when Thomas Jorgensen first come over here, me, Richard and Thomas, and there was another one, I can't remember who it was now, but I think it might have been Tom Armstrong, and we went and we was playing table tennis, and Thomas was there because we was absolutely weird ourselves laughing, and he goes, "Richard, I need to go to the toilet, where is it?" And every time now I just say to Richard, "Richard!" I can't not.
Excellent stuff. Heat number 4, Luke Harrison goes off gate 1 in yellow, Jody Scott goes off gate 2 in blue, Nikolai Klink gate 3 in white, and Yankovic gate 4 in red. The outside 2 gates have worked so far.
Up the jam.
I've got my little air conditioning fan on, tell you what, bloody beautiful stuff.
Excellent.
Nikolai Klink's got some very nice white boots on.
They won't be white for long.
No, they won't.
Not with how much watt has been put on the old racing circuit.
The sun looks like it's actually going down a bit. Maybe we won't get a sun delay.
Never know. So here we go then for heat number 4. And tapes fly, away we go. It's a very, very good start from Nikolai Clint. Now what can Kvek do as he blasts around the outside? Clint says, "You're not coming around me, pal." Jody Scott's still in third, by the way, and Luke Harrison at the back now. Kvek trying to go round the outside here, and Nikolai Clint's not quite worked out yet. Kvek almost looks a little bit faster than Clint. Clint goes wide, makes a mistake. Can Kvek capitalise? Not yet, but he's got a lot closer. And the battle of the rising stars is still being won by Jody Scott, so it's currently a 3-3 as it stands still. Kvek trying absolutely everything to get underneath Nikolai Clint here, but Nikolai's been around here for many years, and Nikolai knows what he's doing around the Adrian Flux Arena with 1 lap left to go then. And Kvek really hot on the heels of Nikolai Clint. Now Kvek looks to come around the outside. Clint blocks his run perfectly, coming around turns 3 and 4 then for one final time. Who's going to do it? Run to the line. Clint just gets there.
Good ride that from Nikolai Clint. Didn't look the quickest, didn't even look really that steady, but did ride a good race out in front, a good defensive race to keep Jankovic behind him. Didn't look overly fast though.
Absolutely not.
Heat number 4 was won by the rider in white, Nikolai Clint. Second in red, Jankovic, and third in blue, Jody Scott. 3 apiece, and it's 14 points to 10 after 4 races.
So it is.
Good start from Nikolai.
It was, and that's the best thing to do, really, isn't it? If you met the gate, you're all right as it stands at the minute, which is a shame because I always think of Kings Lynn being one of the best racing tracks in the Premiership.
Even the best of racing tracks take a few races to wake up, though, don't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at Scunny the other night. We took 7 races to get going.
Clint was very out of shape in the first couple of laps.
He was. I don't think Luke wanted to race in that one. He was just happy just to chill out and watch it all.
Are you Troy Batchelor in disguise?
Yes.
This aircon fan's beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Oh, I bet.
Nothing really happening at the moment over at Leicestershire. I think they're on a cheeky track grade. Let's have a look at the comments.
Have a butchers, he says.
Morris fell when chasing hard on lap 2. Stopped when it was an awarded race. Oh dear. Stuart Dixon will not tolerate people, as is said on the comments. Joe Thompson was coasting but still under power. Stuart Dixon will not tolerate riders doing that.
Absolutely not.
Excellent shirt that guy's got on there. Beautiful new Liverpool top.
I tried to think how much it took out of his bank balance.
About 80 quid the new Liverpool shirts are.
How much?
About, for the cheapest one. Some of them go up to 120 quid.
Jesus, that's like more than 4 weeks' wages for me.
Cooper Russian being interviewed on the old BSN by Charlotte.
Absolutely. There is track grading going on at Ipswich, and Richard Coleman's currently being interviewed there, which me and you have both heard something rather interesting about him.
Yes, we have.
Oh, he says it was that interesting it made him go, oh.
The comments of Heat 5 has given us the rider replacement ride for Heat 6 for Leicester being Drew Kemp.
Excellent.
Not had Heat 5 yet, but we know the other half for Heat 6 for Leicester.
Watch it go and be Sam Masters now.
Alan's put how much in capital letters in the chat.
I'll stop taking my thunder, knobhead.
We have had E5, oh my god.
That sounds very ominous.
It's your turn to read it out.
I'll have a look in a moment. I'm just having a wee.
I know one thing, Dan Thompson is not very good this evening. 3 rides and 2 last places.
Maybe he just doesn't like the number 4.
He's in protest, is he?
Yes. Put me back at 2 now, big Stuart.
Nicola and Luke having a little chinwag.
As you do.
And,
Luke's just saying to Nikolai, why have you got an hairstyle like my father?
why do you look like a thin version of my dad?
That's been generous to Nikolai, that.
Clint has had a really good weekend. I think he only dropped a couple of points at Redcar the other night, and then only dropped a couple at Plymouth as well. Double figures both meetings, which you'd expect, but he's not done it too much this season. But massive result for Redcar at Plymouth as well, after being dumped out of the cup by the Gladiators.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, though, it was a very long, drawn-out meeting at the place that's commonly known as the Colosseum. Right, sweeties, you go back over there, because you're horrible things, but I'm just having you to munch on.
There's a legend in the chat, Palmer. I think you know him. Paul Wheeler.
Oh, I know him. I know him well. You know him.
He gives us some excellent sound bites.
Yes. Yes, he does.
SFT!
SFT! Hint number 5 over at the Hydro-Scand Arena was won by the Rider and Red Star Masters. Who are you and what have you done with the real Star Masters? Second in white was Tom Brennan, and third in Lello was Scott Nichols. That's free to the Lions and free to Witches, making it 14 points to 16.
And Leicester having a real wake-up call at the moment by Ipswich.
I think it's one of them. Ipswich has always gone well around Leicester, to be fair. Could we potentially see, and I'm only basing this off tonight's score so far, because I can't remember what he scored in previous visits if Leicester's been at Ipswich this year. Could we potentially see a move that takes Tom Brennan to the Hydro-Scand Arena next season?
Possibly, who knows? Guess we won't see. I don't know how the sport's going to look next season. I don't think anyone does. Winchester seems to not like us mentioning the Plymouth meeting the other night. He's just put "don't!" lol.
It's not our fault Plymouth was shit. Is it? We can't help it.
And it was a real out of the blue result as well, weren't it? That I don't think anybody expected Redcar to go to Plymouth and win.
Is that Tofty there in the black and white top?
Don't think so. His face looks a bit too chiselled.
He looks a bit too normal. Yeah, no, it was a. How do I explain that, mate? It was very long and very drawn out, and a rider that we work with went on commentary and spoke more shite than what I do after I've had a beer. And now I've had 2 and I've talked some shite on here, and this rider in question talked a lot more on the Gladiators Ready stream.
Yes.
And you've already watched one eat of it, and you could probably agree.
Yes. Good heat number 5 on paper coming up here. This pairing for Kings Lynn got a 5-1, and the pairing for Northampton got a 4-2, and JMO looked every bit the number 1 that Northampton needed to be. Heat number 5 gave 1 in red, Ben Cook, 3 points so far. Gave 2 in yellow, Kai Thompson, 1 point so far. Gave 3 in blue is Cooper Russian on 2 paid 3 so far from his 1 ride, and Jamin Lindsay off the outside in white on 3 points. So some big scorers in this one.
That there is.
Alan has said even the ref making dodgy decisions couldn't help Plymouth win the meeting. Hey boys. I hadn't saw any of the decisions, but were there some questionable ones?
I mean, he made the right decision in that race that we showed you. I mean, I can't remember what other decisions he had to make, to be honest.
You've slept since then.
At least twice.
And track's holding up well so far.
You don't look too bad.
Are you snacking?
Yeah.
What are you snacking on?
Haribos.
Oh, which ones?
The Kingdom Tour ones.
Oh.
With a 1 kilogram bag in cash and carry for £2. I thought that'll do.
Very nice.
So heat number 5 then. Tapes fly, away we go. And Ben Cook and Jamie Lidsley got to that first and it's Jamie that gets round the outside there with Ben Cook and Jamie Lidsley riding like a number 1 so far this evening, with Kai Thompson there in the third place, being chased all the way by Cooper Rushton, even though he's not a million miles off Ben Cook either. So I would say he could put a blanket over to second, third and fourth, but Cooper's just gone a little bit too far behind now, and you could probably just about put a blanket over second and third, although Cooper is starting to close in on Kai now at the back as Cooper finally realises that the line's more inside to mid-track, as but now I think Cooper's just about giving up with that one now. And now the big race is for second between Ben Cook and Kai Thompson. Kai looks a little bit quicker than Ben, but Ben's just been holding the right line, and now Kai looking to him up the inside here of Ben Cook. Is not quite going to do it, but it's a 4-2 to Foxes.
Important one for Northampton as well, weren't it? That JMO gated and he was away and gone. Cooper Rushton went really wide really early on, and it just wasn't out there at that point. But again, the outside 2 gates are the place to be at the minute.
Absolutely.
Alan says Tang fast sticks are the elite flavour. In number 5, won by the rider in white, Jamin Lidsley. Second one on the bounce. Second in red was Ben Cook, and third in yellow, Kai Thompson. Crucial third place. 2 points to Kings Lynn, 4 points to Northampton. And the progressive score is 16 points to 14.
And it was.
Heat 6 has been done at Leicester.
I'm just sent a message to my Ipswich friend, but heat number 6 was won by rider in white, Tobias Musiak, with winning time is 62.95. Second in red were Roddy Pickering, and third in blue with Drew Kevin Yule Pedersen was at the back, to be honest.
So I had to look at it.
That's all I've got to tell you, really.
Max Frick looked quite quick in his first one, just didn't have the track early on to go around the outside of Jamin Lidsley, and JMO covered the inside well, so it'll be interesting to see what Max can do if he gets out in front in this one.
Absolutely.
But Nikolai Klimt is a winner of his first one as well, albeit not a very convincing winner. And then you've got Troy Batchelor.
Excellent.
The 2 big hitters in this one off the inside 2 gates that haven't had a win between them in the first 5 races. Gate 1 in white, Nikolai Klink. Gate 2 in red, Max Frick. Gate 3 in yellow is Troy Batchelor. Gate 4 in blue, Chris Harris, who haven't had a point between them in their first races, and they're off the favoured gates, 2, 3 and 4. This could be a funny old race.
It could be. And I mean, the track isn't as grippy as how Bomber likes it.
No,
so
you're right.
I do expect to see 2 battles at once. I expect to see the inside 2 out in front, with Batchelor and Harris going at it to see who will be the first one to retire. But
Nikolai Klint's got his gating prowess. It's what he's known for. He needs to make one here.
Absolutely, as the tapes fly up then on 4, heat number 6. And Nikolai Klint's made it, and to be fair, so has Batch, as he's just been forced right round the outside there by Max Frick, and now Chris Harris coming underneath him like a knife, going through hot butter. But Nikolai Clint's still out in front at the moment. It's currently a 3-all as it stands. Max Stricklow hot on the heels of Nikolai Clint, trying absolutely everything inside, outside, and it's not quite worked for him just yet. And if anything now, Nikolai's just extending his lead a little bit. And fair play to Batch, he hasn't retired yet.
He is a million miles off the back though.
He's about as far as in Ipswich as what Richard Lawson is at the minute. But as we enter the last lap, he hasn't retired yet. But yeah, Nikolai Clint out in front, showing that he knows every inch of this circuit, showing the current Kings Lynn #1 and GP winner this year the way around to Tech win, and the 2-point gap remains.
What a gate from Nikolai Clint. We said just before the race he's good at gating. He proved that there and got away. Really interesting first turn from Max Frick. He did what he had to do to get Bomber through to third and sent Batch for a burger, but he just couldn't gain the ground on Nikolai. And that is the first bit of success off of an inside gate. Heat number 6 was won by the rider in white, Nikolai Clint. Second in red was Max Frick, and third in blue, Chris Harris. 3 points apiece, and it's 19 points to 17 after 6 races. We've had heat number 7 at Leicester, and they're back in front, Palmer.
Tell you what, I'll have a butcher's. Come on. Update. So they are. Heat number 7. Winford rider in red, Nicholas Morris. Second in blue, with Drew Kemp, and the third in Lello was Scotty Nichols. Freddie Odder was last.
To be fair, Freddie Odder's just taken a guest booking in a position that he's not going to do anything in.
He's in a position where he's a bit out of his depth, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of them. You can't have rider replacement on the very last minute, can you? So
they're fortunate to have been able to have secured his services, to be fair, for the evening.
Update! Matty Zagar's post-it note is still there.
Excellent.
In number 7, gate 1 in red, Yankovic. Gate 2 in white, Matty Zagar. Gate 3 in blue, Jordan Jenkins. Gate 4 in yellow, Niels Christian Everson. Again, well, everyone other than Yankovic didn't really do a lot in their first race. No heat winners between the 4 of these.
Absolutely not. But be interesting to see what happens. Kai and Ben having a bit of a chinwag there while Luke's talking to whoever's in front of Kai. Jody, I think it is. But opposition team riders shouldn't be intermingling with each other if you read the internet.
A lot of people say that, don't they? But oh dear. RIP to people who are using headphones.
That was better out than in. Heat number 7, then Capes, he pops, walks away, the tapes fly, away we go. And Quebec has made a very good start there. Now what can Everson do? Round the outside, we've got a fall of the rider in blue, Jordan Jenkins is down on the deck. And Matty Zagar's packed up, and Reds are now on.
Reds are on, yeah. If Jordan Jenkins had got back up then and carried on with Matty Zagar packing up, could have been interesting.
I'd like to see a replay, because I didn't actually see what happened. I just saw like in the corner of the screen where it just kind of just fallen off. So I can't really even do a Ben Barker and say he was looking for an exclusion. Although when Ben Barker says it is normally chatted a bit of poo. Zagar straight back to the pit, sorting something out on his motorcycle. And so is Trotchy.
Everson made a good start there, and when Zagar looks bewildered. JMO's giving him a bit of advice while his bike's sorted out, but don't know what happened there. He's very lucky that JJ fell, otherwise that would have been another lap. He's just not gating, is he?
Nah. Not at the moment. Jordan just said,
looks a bit knocked about here, doesn't he?
just a little bit. Hitler's helping Matty Zagar out now.
Yeah, Zagar's just not trapping at the minute.
Nah, not at the moment, is he? Then again, it's like I said earlier, though, he had a very below par meeting in Poland as well yesterday, and could that be a part of it?
We have seen this before, haven't we, where riders come back and they're fit, but being race fit is something entirely different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jordan actually goes himself. For me, he should be disqualified for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't disagree with that, to be honest.
There's no form of bunching or anything there. He should go for that. He's gone on his own. No one's anywhere near him.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that one, to be fair.
Any updates from another replay? I'm absolutely convinced he goes himself, though.
Yeah, he does.
There's nobody anywhere near him. Yeah, he should go. He's got to go for that, surely. That's not even a tight first bend. He's just bindy.
The only updates I can give you from the Hydra Scandarina, Heat 8 rider replacement in red will be Nicholas.
Jordan Jenkins is fuming. I think he's been disqualified. I don't know what he's annoyed about. He fell off on his own.
And in white will be Kevin York Pedersen.
I don't know what he's throwing his arms around and shaking his head at. He's fell off on his own. If he weren't so shit, he wouldn't have fell off, would he? He's going to the phone. I don't know what there is to argue about.
Updates doesn't say anything.
The fact he's going to the phone, the ref's not obliged to speak to him, though. He doesn't have to speak to him.
No, that is a bit bollocksy, that, though.
I don't know what he's arguing for. He fell off on his own. Even the clerk of the course is laughing.
There's nothing to argue.
Yeah, he's gone himself. There's nobody anywhere near him. I don't know what he was hoping for. Riders do seem to think if you fall off in the first turn, be it alone or with somebody else, you're automatically going to get or fall backwards the first turn. It don't work like that.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think it all depends who the referee is on the day, doesn't it?
This one's as clear as day, though. I don't know what he's arguing about. Even he's got to know that he can't win this argument.
At least he put the phone down respectfully.
Didn't scream effing wanker and then slam it down like Midlow did the other week at Poole.
That was class.
I think he's trying to say that Everson came across him and made him fall, and so he's in control after Everson and Zagar have passed him, and then he's fell off. But Matty Zagar could also be disqualified for not being under power. If the Reds were on before we broke down, he's fine. If they weren't, Jordan cannot. There's no argument for that. He's watching the replays on the screen, but I don't know what he's trying to get out of this.
Well, he was then just looking at himself having a chat with Rob Lyon, but...
So there's nothing wrong with the start, so it can't be an unsatisfactory start. He straightens up, the Northampton boys go over side of him, and then he just slides off. I don't know what the argument is here.
He's a bit like me with Minano. I think he'll probably know he's wrong, but he'll argue till he's blue in the face, just to be an obed.
I don't see what the argument's about, to be honest. But sun's gone down, no sun delay, get on.
No, we just have a JJ moaning delay instead. Something a bit different for us all, isn't it?
Yes.
But we will be back on Thursday.
We will.
I know, you get us twice in a week. As we will cover the Speedway meeting between Sheffield Tigers and Kings Lynn again. Busy evening on Thursday. There's an extra 2 meetings on.
Yeah, we both get to cover one each, plus doing the one we're covering on here.
Excellent work. Hopefully we don't die in the heat.
Supposed to get comfortably warm again, ain't he?
Yes. Yes, it is. Marvellous. Nikolai Clinton now talking to not so big Charlotte.
It's only little, isn't she?
She's only a dot.
An unusual situation where the number 1 and 5 for Northampton are both unbeaten by an opponent so far. That hasn't happened much this year at all.
No, it hasn't.
Are you snacking Haribos again?
Yeah, me as well. They're there. They're not just gonna eat themselves, are they?
It's true. We've spent the money to get them. You may as well chomp them down.
No matter how shit they are. Oh, well, Charlotte's looking back at the track. Oh, the tractor's going out.
They're having an early track grade. Anything going on at Leicester?
Tell you what.
No, there
Well,
isn't,
butchers.
to be honest with you. Get in the comments, keep us sane. If you are watching the meeting, give us your thoughts on that one.
If you watch the meeting at Plymouth, give us your thoughts on the Ace Piper Chris Harris incident. Because we would love to hear your
Ben Barker
views.
says that Bomber never touched him, even though he very clearly does.
Yes. That one. You know the score.
So Speedway Updates reckons there may be a sun break because they don't think Everson and Quebec saw the red lights, but the sun's not bloody out.
Sun's gone down a bit.
There is no sun.
Up the Buster, about to get it, Water Bowser. Now, Buster takes a lot of criticism. However, from personal experience, I will never, ever, ever, ever say a bad word about Buster ever again.
Is that because he helped you out the other week? Well, last season.
Last year, oh, absolutely. A top boy, Kings Lynn owner, taking an Ipswich fan back to the hotel for the evening. Can't grumble.
I would argue that Nick Morris is a much better rider replacement than Kevin York Pedersen for Heat 8.
I mean, I would probably argue that as well.
Alan's commented,
Oh, Jesus.
Finn Barker should have gone to Specsavers, should have got his specs from Optical Express. They're no good, he should take them back, go get a refund and go to Specsavers. Instead might get the right decision. So Alan disagrees with Barker, saying that Ace fell on his own there.
Yes.
Don't mince your words, will you, Big Al?
Hi guys, it's me, Big Al.
We're also not going to be back on Wednesday because we're having a little watch party with our pals to Oxford and Plymouth, because some of our pals have a very vested interest in Plymouth.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of riders who ride for Plymouth, although one of them's a bit deadied at the moment.
and likes to talk a bit of pub.
That guy
Shall
in
we
the
have a
crack there looked
Or
like
we
you.
have a-
Yeah,
No, I'm
let's.
not a good much.
No, you're definitely not. You're here talking SH1T with me on the interweb.
And to be fair, for those that don't know, this is a daily occurrence, at least 5 times a week.
Alan says, sorry Bomber, but you did wrong and should have been punished.
Yeah.
I reckon JJ is trying to argue that Zagar straightening up sends him down. It doesn't, in any way, shape or form.
No, absolutely not.
He's nowhere near him. JJ's already going before Zagar straightens up. Should we have a breather, did you say?
Absolutely. How gaggy to go and get a beverage from the fridge. Sure?
Yes.
What a great day!
Sorry, we're just feeling a bit patriotic as we call back.
You're going to murder that one today, and you all we can, and then it will never be used again after today.
It may only... There's 2 instances where I may use it again.
If England win the World Cup.
If England win that World Cup and Britain win the other World Cup.
Yes. So we've got a little bit of fun for people. We're starting. What the bloody hell is Yankovic's number? That looks like wrapping paper.
Maybe it is.
We're starting to put plans in place for the podcasts during the off season to get some guests on them and stuff. So get in the comments, give some realistic ideas as to who you would like to see us do a podcast with during the off season. Rider interviews, manager interviews, promotion interviews, etc. And we will try and get as many as we can, if they're realistic. So don't say Bartosz Marsnik.
And if anybody says Andy Harrison, I'm going to slap you.
You know Alan's going to do that right now, don't you?
And Alan knows I will slap him through the phone.
You've heard her kiss me through the phone, but not spank me through the phone.
Alan's mum, if you're listening, hit me up.
So we have got riders back on track feed. 7 minus Jordan Jenkins, who has been disqualified, rightfully so. Heat 8, oh my god, Heat 8 at Leicester, Palmer.
You do line up for this and I'll have a butchers.
Line off number 7 here of the rerun. Yankovic gate 1 in red, Matty Zagar gate 2 in white, no one off gate 3 in blue, with Jordan Jenkins disqualified and Niels Christian Everson off the outside in yellow.
Hello Ipswich, you're a bloody embarrassment. There's heat number 8 with won by Nicholas Morris. Second was Joseph Thompson and third was Kevin, the carrot from Aldi. Jason Edwards come last at 5 to Leicester and 1 to Ipswich, making it 27 points now to 21.
Niels Christian Everson is taking his sweet ass time at the start tonight, and he's right by gate 3 as well now.
Yes, he is. Heat number 7 then, we'll try again as the tapes fly up then, and it is Yankovic that gets that first turn first, so they're blasting right around the outside. There was Niels Christian Everson and Matty Zagar riding very tentatively at the moment. He just does not look comfortable on his motorcycle at all as we head to lap number 2 then, and Trocchi still has the lead, proving why he is that Kings Lynn legend where he was bigged up as at the start, with Quebec not really able to pull any punches at the moment. Trocchi goes a little bit wider. Quebec's just not really riding the white line now. The line's gone back to being the outside again. But this is more strung out this than a meeting at Plymouth as we enter final lap then, and it's gonna be a 4-2, and I do believe, if my mathematics are correct, which probably means this is a load of crap, but I think we go back level as we come round turns 3 and 4 then for final time. Trocchi wins it, Quebec second.
you bloody calm down there, Einstein, with your quick maths.
Oh, I had to work it out in my head while we was racing.
Oh god. Good start from Yankovic. He dropped the clutch first, but Everson off gate 4 just pulled around him. As you said, Zagar was really tentative. Still a bit race rusty. 2 months is a long time to have off, ain't it?
I know 7 months is mush.
Yes. Heat number 7 was won by the rider in yellow, Niels Christian Everson. Second in red was Yankovic, and third in white, Matty Zagar. 2 points to Kings Lynn, 4 to Northampton. We're level, 21 points apiece. Zagar straightened up in the exact same place again. To be fair though, this is a really tricky track to come back to once you're coming back from an injury and race rusty, because it's quite well known. It's the grippiest track in British Speedway.
It is. It's quite the big grip, is the old Lynn of Kings.
That H20 went down a bloody treat.
Why are Ipswich not using a tactical here? Who were they against?
Sam and Dan, innit?
Tom. Yeah.
On paper,
Well,
you
Matt-
wouldn't, but Joe's not really. Dan, sorry, is not really doing much. This will be an interesting race. Chris Harris gets the favourite gate now, and he's the lowest scorer in this race.
How convenient.
Gate number 1 in blue, Jody Scott. Gate 2 in yellow, Luke Harrison. They've had a couple of good battles early on so far tonight. Gate 3 in red is Chris Harris, who's got 1 and a bonus to his name from 2 rides, and off the outside in white is Kai Thompson, who's got 2 points to his name. Couple of third places. And gate 4 just got Niels Christian Iverson to the, well, second turn, I suppose, better. He's got a better run, but the line is in bomber territory now.
Absolutely.
And Jody Scott's gating really well. I said this before we started, but if Jody Scott brings his red car form for Kings Lynn, he'll be the best rising star in the league. 'Cause he's absolutely flying for the Bears.
Oh, he is doing absolutely fantastic stuff for a red car.
We're on heat 8 and Capesy's just found what I can only describe as a rock and thrown it on the centre, well, concrete.
Up the concrete.
And up the big rock that was on the track.
Yes.
Jody the last to settle.
Go. Heat number 8 then, away we go. And it is Chris Harris, surprise, surprise, that gets the first. But guy right up the inside there like a knife through hot butter, as some may say. Now what can Chris Harris do? Kai goes wide, Harris up the inside. I think Chris has just about done him, yes. Now what can Kai do? Because Kai comes back round the outside, a brilliant
Kai's just bombered bomber!
Who would have thought we'd be seeing that, eh? As we're about to enter the third lap, I do believe. And Jody Scott and Luke Harrison in third and fourth has got a brilliant view of what's going on up front here. It's very, very close between these two. And Kai Thompson, absolutely fantastic. And now what can Bomber do? He looks to come up the inside here of Kai Thompson. And Bomber's done Kai Thompson really nice. Now Kai back up the inside of Bomber. This is
what a race!
Stuff, this. And keep going, Kai, because we don't want that SFT to get the win here. And Kai Thompson, what a race!
What a race up front. We never even saw Jody and Luke, but what a race between these two up front. Kai literally bombered Bomber.
Multiple times.
Fantastic race, that passing and repassing, just the way it should be. And Jody Scott does hold off Luke Harrison for third place. And gate 4 now becomes the favoured gate. But brilliant race that.
Pick up the 3 people in the crowd there.
Heat number 8 was a win for the rider in white, Kai Thompson. Second in red, Chris Harris. And third in blue, Jody Scott. 3 points apiece, 24 all. Good start from the 2 on the outside. Bit of elbows between the 2 on the inside, but what a cutback here from Kai.
Beautiful. Poetry in motion.
Bomber looked quicker, there's no 2 ways about it, but Kai was really brave on this second bend on the second lap. We'll see in just a minute. Bomber doesn't quite go as wide and Kai just goes around the outside of him. A move that Bomber notoriously does.
Absolutely. Oh, if you get the chance to go and watch it back, in fact I imagine
BSN will put it on their Facebook page.
Oh, fantastic.
Ipswich are in an even more awkward predicament tonight for Thursday now, because Richard Lawson will get the mandatory 7 days ban for a non-speedway related illness.
Yeah.
So they've got to potentially find someone for Danny King, who sounds like has got broken ribs or something along those lines, and now Richard Lawson is going to be banned. Winnie says, I hope Lawson's illness is legit and it's not a fuel test night at Leicester. Ipswich would have had a cracking chance with him tonight. Heat number 9 is at Tapes. Gate 1 in blue is Cooper Rushing. Gate 2 in white, unbeaten by an opponent so far, Nikolai Clint. Gate 3 in red is Ben Cook, and off the outside in yellow, Troy Batchelor, who's yet to beat an opponent so far. Gate 2 is the only one that's not had a heat win.
I would probably bet on that changing.
You know how you said Leicester, Ipswich should have used a 5-1 in 9, wouldn't have made a difference. They got a tactical in 9, they got 5-1, they're now 10 points down.
Imagine someone like Toby getting 5-1 by Dan.
Dan Thompson's having a great season.
He is. That move to Edinburgh's really done him a world of good.
It has, yeah.
He wouldn't have been this good if he stayed at the old Ouija's. Heat number 9 then. Set match rocks. There was a bit of a nibble there from the rider in white, Nikolai Clinton. Reds are out already, and that was always going to happen.
It's going to be a warning for Nicola Clinton. That wasn't even a contentious one, was it? He knew what he needed to do off the unfavoured gate. Both the Northampton boys had made the start there.
I think Nikolai just has a bit of a nibble.
He does, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely the right decision to stop it. And then
Nibbling Nikolai.
Winnie followed up by saying great ride by Kai there. It was indeed a great
It
ride.
was fan-bloody-tastic.
If we get another 6 races like that, it'll be a good end to the meeting.
Oh, absolutely. Chris Adams looks like he's walking onto the track. I don't quite know why.
Nikolai's gone straight back round to the tapes to start gardening.
Nikolai Clint Gardening Services coming to somewhere if you live near Wolverhampton.
Scott Nichols is a landscaper, isn't he?
Yes.
Why on earth would you have white boots on a speedway track? Same 4 riders, same 4 gates. Nicola Clint's got the little funky warning sign next to his head.
I love that little warded side. I almost want one myself.
It looks like a PlayStation logo.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
Press the track on Simpsons Hit and Run back in the PlayStation 2 days. Press the triangle button to run.
Yes. Batch had made a good start then as well, ironically. Batch's moved this time. And they've both made it again. Batch
And the Reds are on again.
But Nikolai Clint had a good start then. There was nothing wrong with Nikolai's, but yeah, Batch is quite notorious for jumping starts, ain't he?
Buddy Batch was halfway to Ipswich by the time the tapes went up.
Leicester have woke up. Ipswich are now 14 points down.
Excellent.
Pico and Drew have just 5-1. Freddie Hodder in third. Scotty retired. And it's
About
now
time Scotty did retire.
37 points to 23. Ipswich was giving everybody a real false sense of security. Has Batch touched these? He's close if he's not. He's touched them. Batch will go. Yeah, Batch will be out there.
Oh, he'll be off 15, one or the other.
I'd probably throw Luke in, to be honest. Rob Lyons on the phone. Don't know what is he pointing out that Batch has touched him? Because he has, you can see he has. Has the ref just completely missed that?
Probably. It is Simon Humphrey Kenny after all.
Nobody likes a snitch, but he's right. There's a replay again. Ref might have asked for it. He has touched him.
Oh, absolutely.
Clear as day. Yeah, he's got to go for that. He's touched them. Ref, to bloody hell, even Ben. Did they go up uneven? Because Ben Cook doesn't really move, and then he stops, and Rob Lyons just walked straight past Batchy. He's just gone snitching on. Unless there's been a tapes malfunction, being as Ben stopped, but it looked like they went up okay. But Ben was stuttery as well, so maybe the outside just didn't go up the same time as the inside. And that will get Batchelor out of jail.
But yes, then if you can hear us, pal, can you show us just another replay? Just
We're not the ref,
Yeah.
but we're just as important.
we're more important than the ref.
Nicola Clint's helmets are bloody funky this year.
I do like them.
I feel like that design is different to his red one though. Oh, here's the replay. Ask and we shall receive. Oh no, they have gone up.
They're not fine.
Yeah, Ben just stopped because I think he rolled after Batch did.
But we only asked for one replay, BSN, not 26.
Yeah, when Batch goes, so does Ben, and then stops himself. Of course, we're not the only ones who can see this. The referee can as well. Batchelor has now been disqualified.
And just if it couldn't be any more obvious, they've got BSN on the big telly over on turns 1 and 2 at the Adrian Flux Arena.
3 hits later than you would have liked it, Palmer, but Ipswich using a tactical. Tobias Mischlech goes in as the rider replacement tactical substitute with Tom Brennan against Nick and Drubert.
30 point now.
Honestly, probably not. So Luke Harrison will come in this one.
While we're interviewing Rob Lyon and we've got a quick 30 seconds, go and give our friends at 15 Eats Later a follow because they're really good at doing the podcast stuff. They are mainly predominantly pool based, but they do a very good podcast, and you never know. We might have them on, they might have us on in the future. And it's Beth's birthday actually on Thursday, so don't matter if you're listening, Beth, darling, happy birthday for Thursday.
And their most recent episode a few months back was with Fraser Bowes, whose season is now over.
Yes. It's amazing what you get to find out when you work for the chairman as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Luke Harrison comes in.
Does come in yellow, yeah. Tapes are down. The Northampton boys want to go under and to get to the start line. They have now been lifted by Capesy. What a boy.
Good boy, Capesy. Grow some hair now.
The revised lineup for number 9, gave 1 in blue is Cooper Russian, gave 2 in white Nikolai Clint, who's on a warning, gave 3 in red is Ben Cook, gave 4 in yellow reserve change Luke Harris, and comes in for Troy Batchelor, who's been disqualified for touching the tapes.
Do you know the one thing I'm very disappointed about?
What's that?
Ben Cook didn't have the little flashing triangle next to his head.
He batch moved, didn't he, so he takes the hit on that one. Ben won't get it for jumping. Goes to the one who goes first.
Good point.
Capesy wants these at start. He nearly took old Capesy out. Does old big Nikolai?
Yes.
Clint's made the first 2 starts. One with a jump, one without. Can he make it on the 3rd attempt? Probably not.
Who knows? Takes
Yes.
rise then for hit number 9. He can. And but Ben Cook's got there, and now it's the two Northampton boys in second and third. Well, it was. And Cooper's just stormed underneath Luke Harrison there, so it's currently a 4-2 to the Stars of the Norfolk Arena, as it used to be known. And Ben Cook there really flying there out in front, and he's looking really impressive out at Kings Lynn tonight. And it just goes to really show, doesn't it, that he can please 6 riders in the team by having a less grippy track rather than just pleasing one by having a really grippy track. What can Nikolai do now, though? He's looking to come round the outside here with Ben Cook.
He's done him.
And he's done him. And
Like
Ben
a
Cook
knife
nodded.
through hot butter. That deserved that.
It absolutely did. And Ben Cook there absolutely nodded at his bike furiously. And what was going to be a gap is now still level. And just as we big Ben Cook up, he turns to fried bacon.
Now, was it an issue with his bike, or was it just he knew he hadn't gone wide enough? Because Nikolai Clint powered round him like he was stood still.
I think Nikolai was the quicker of the two riders, and as soon as he got them wheels in a bit of the dirt, that was it really.
Yeah, good ride from Nikolai, and he remains unbeaten by an opponent as well. When you've got JMO unbeaten, it's a good pair to have. Nikolai Clint wins heat at number 9 in white, second in red was Ben Cook, and third in yellow Cooper Russian. Points divided 3 apiece. We stay level at 27 all.
Yes.
And Nikolai Clint gives Gate 2 its first win after giving Gate 1 its first win a little bit earlier tonight.
He's a very kind man, is old Clinty.
Good start from Ben Cook, and if you'd have told me that Nikolai Clint was going to win it from where he was after the first lap, having to fight to hold off Cooper Russian, let alone passing Ben Cook with ease.
Oh, absolutely.
Smart turn back there from Nikolai. He gave a couple of laps on the inside and then he thought, screw this, I'm going to go wider, and he took up speed when he did go wider. You felt it there, didn't you? You felt there was something coming.
Yeah. As we say just here, look, Nikolai by far looks a quicker rider, and Ben Cook ultimately just didn't go wide enough, and
How he nods here, he knows he's up or the bike's let him down, shakes his head, puts his head down in the middle of the race, which is a little bit dangerous. Good ride from Nikolai there. Heat number 10, gate 1 in blue, Christopher Harris. Gate 2 in yellow, Niels Christian Everson. Gate 3 in red is Max Frick. Gate 4 in white, Matty Zagar. Max Frick yet to win a race. Niels Christian Everson won his last one. Chris Harris yet to win a race, and Matty Zagar yet to do anything other than a third place.
yeah.
I think we're having a little bit of a break at Leicester. Nothing going on in Heat 11 yet.
Possibly, every chance.
Will Bomber end his night with a race win, or his programmed rides with a race win?
Hopefully not. I mean, who said that?
You got them ghosts in your room again.
Yeah, he gets a bit lonely, you see, so I like to sleep with somebody, and it's normally a ghost as the tapes rise then for heat number 10, and it's a very, very good start there for Niels Christian Everson, but Max Frick, like a knife through hot butter, up the inside, and Max Frick has the lead then with Niels Christian Everson in second, and Chris Harris now just about getting around the outside of Matty Zagar, although Zagar is very, very hot on the heels of Chris Harris. One mistake from Harris, Zagar will be through, but in the meantime Chris Harris is also trying to get on level terms with Niels Christian Everson, and Bomber, I hate to say this because it's giving him credit, but Bomber almost looks a bit quicker than what Niels does. But barring any form of slipstream towards the mechanical failures, there's no question on who's going to win this. Max Frick doing absolute wonders out in front. And as they come round the final couple of bends, it's been a very good ride there from Trotchy to keep Bomber behind him.
Yeah, good
And
race that.
Zaba's disappointing night continues.
Yeah, he's just not race fit yet, is he? That's the problem for Matty Zagar. I don't suspect he will get his 4th ride, to be honest. But
No.
yeah, really good ride there from Max Frick out in front, but also from Nels Christian Everson to keep Bomber, who was definitely the quicker of the two at bay. But it's took Max Frick until his 3rd outing, 2/3 of the way through the meeting to win a heat.
Absolutely,
I
yes.
thought Everson had made the start, and then Max Frick just screwed it on around him,
It did.
and then cut back really smartly.
It was a decent, smart ride from Max there, to be honest. Heat number 12 that takes.
Heat 12, Heat 11. Gate 1 in white
Heat
is
11.
Jamin Lidsey, still unbeaten by an opponent. Gate 2 in red is Yankovic. Gate 3 in yellow, Kai Thompson, a very impressive winner of Heat number 8. And off the outside in blue, Jordan Jenkins, who will feel harshly disqualified from his last ride. But it was the right decision.
Oh, absolutely it was.
Can J-Mo keep his unbeaten run going away? It's been a little while since he was last out with the numerous reruns of Heat 8, 7, 9, 9, 10, 9. One of them.
8, 6, 3, 2, 1.
It was 9, weren't it? It was one with Clinty.
Yes. Yes, what you said, yes.
Said with absolutely no confidence whatsoever. Yes. Divino.
Yes. You know the score. You know the rule of life. Just say yes and agree, even if it's wrong.
Yes. Just like that.
Yes.
And like that.
Yes.
Chandler's
number
very
11
close
then.
to the inside.
He is. Tapes rise for heat number 11 and Jamo's got to that first turn first and what? Oh, JJ's gone down again.
JJ's off again and he'll stay down again, I assume.
And there's absolutely no
Reds
argument there. JJ went on his own.
Reds are
No
on.
argument.
Nah,
And if
there's not.
JJ goes to argue this, I'm going to slap him.
Looks like the tapes have been caught somewhere. JJ goes himself. I'll tell you what, Yankovic's lucky the Reds came on because he was straightening up as well, and that was before the Reds came on. Jordan's up and going back to the pitch, but it's brought his teammate a rerun.
Yes, it has. Yeah, JJ's not having the best of evenings this evening, is he?
He's not, is he?
Gets Berwick to cup final and then he goes to a bit of a bit poo.
He tried to cut back and he just had no grip and then stacked it. Had a look where Yankovic was. Does try and get up, to be fair to him. But the Reds did come on very quickly, but it will be rerun without Jenkins, but gives Yankovic another opportunity.
Now, Straubs, if you're listening, pal, can you stop being a bit crap?
He was about to be passed
Please.
by Kai Thompson.
Exactly.
Clint's under top has got his name on, just in case he forgets who he is.
A lot of riders are doing that though. This day and age, they're having an undertop like matching the team suits.
What happens to the
It
tapes?
is becoming a common thing.
The tapes have nothing
I'd
to
like
do
to
with
see
why
that,
JJ
yeah.
comes off. But could he argue an unsatisfactory start? Because they're dangling. What happens to him? Yeah, he's back in the pits, the helmet's off, he can't argue this one.
It could just be a case of when the tapes went up and it hit the top, the rubber snapped.
Yeah, it does do that from time to time, doesn't it? But JJ looks a little bit fed up with life at the moment. Then
My guy
crucially,
just wants his bed.
JMO had made a really good start again.
He had. And to be fair, you kind of have to favour Northampton's head of heat advantage here.
Nick Morris has just come last in the tactical substitute race. Drew Kemp did the second place.
An heat advantage at least.
It's not enough when you're
Always
14
looking
down.
at the bright side of life.
It's nowhere near
Ow.
enough when you're 14 points down.
Absolutely not. I'm just trying to think positive, mush. It's hard, but somebody's got to try and do it.
It's true. JMO will be hoping to replicate that start because that was beautiful.
Yes, he will.
And Kai looked quick as well. Yankovic made a bit of an error. Heat 11 will be rerun with Jam and Lidziev gave 1 in white, Yankovic gave 2 in red, and Kai Thompson gave 3 in yellow. No one off 4 in blue because for the second time tonight Jordan Jenkins is disqualified.
Yes.
Do
Yes,
Northampton
he is.
take a look at Paco maybe?
Personally, if I was Northampton, I wouldn't. As let's be honest here, Paco's not really been pulling up any trees for who
Edinburgh.
does he buddy ride? Tapes rise for Heat 11 and we'll go again. Jamo's made a beautiful start once again and goes wide. Now what can Quebec do? Quebec up the inside there. Brilliant right there from Yankovic. And now Jamo just trying to use the inside run here. And Jamo, if he's not careful, is about to get beaten, well, passed at least by his own teammate in Kai Thompson. But this is more like the Quebec Kings Lynn fans are used to, and this is more like the Quebec I saw last year that scored 18, paid 20 against Kings Lynn. Only about, well, just over a year ago now. But Quebec looks quite comfortable there now out in front, and to be fair, this one looks a bit drawn out really. Track could maybe use a little splash of water light, but yeah, entering last lap then, and big ride here for Yankovic as he comes round turns 3 and 4. I think it's the last time to take win.
Good ride by Quebec, but he fell extremely lucky with the rerun because he was about to go on the wrong end of a 5-1 in the initial stage and gets the rerun and wins it.
Absolutely, I think Yankovic should take Jordan Jenkins to the local bar at the Adrian Flux Arena for a nice alcoholic beverage. I mean, if he can hear me, he can take me as well, I don't mind.
Heat 11 was won by the rider in red Yankovic, second in white, first defeat of the evening for Jamin Lidsey, and third in yellow Kai Thompson, points divided 3 apiece. It's now 32-34. With all due respect to the Northampton boys, you've got to favour Kings Lynn Heat 12 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Heat 13 could be good.
So we've got the Heat 11 comments on the British Speedway updates, but we don't have the score.
Oh,
Excellent stuff.
look, that's useful, isn't it? All I've got on BSN updates is Danny King is replaced by Tobias Musliak. That's all I've got. Gotta blame it on the juice, gotta blame it on the boots, yeah. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the boots, gotta blame it on the juice,
Are you
yeah.
drunk?
Yes. No, I just had a song in my head, and when I get a song in my head, I just kind of just start out singing. It's, yeah, it's just a me thing.
Just a you
Sure,
thing.
I'm sure our viewers enjoyed a little bit of Palmeroki there. I'm getting ready for when I get invited back onto McNallyoki.
We're getting
So,
some
Big
batter going
Al
down.
needs a bit of H20.
Heat 11's results not being put in. We got comments for Heat 12.
Has the referee forgot to fill his programming again?
So it looks like Joe Thompson has won Heat 12.
Up the Joseph.
Kevin Pedersen made the start. Joe Thompson passed him. Sam Masters cuts back and Kevin Pedersen chases Sam all the way to the line. But the results aren't going in. East 11 was a 4-2 to Ipswich, which would make it 39-27. But a 5-1 back to Leicester there would make it 44-28. At what point do Ipswich decide they have to make changes?
Question is who are they going to bring in? Who wants to come in? There are riders out there that want to come to Britain.
For silly money.
It's 39.27. Normal speedway updates is on. Brennan's only gone on one heat. He's won 2 heats today, is Brennan.
Speedway updates has not updated Heat 12 then. But updates, British Speedway's updates has got the 12 comments in, but no result. I don't think this one is done by the referees. I think this one's done by fans. BSN's one is done by referees.
Who knows?
Please don't tell me these are going to have an interval now. It's 9:10. It's been stop-start enough.
Oh, they probably will.
As if people in board senseless with the amount of stoppages there's been already and the time that such stoppages have taken.
Thing is, when you're a Kings Lynn supporter, and I'm only saying this because this is how Kings Lynn have operated for years, you know the meeting will run between 7:30 and 10 o'clock.
It's too long. It's too long for a speedway meeting. No meeting needs to run later than 9:30.
I quite... every person's going to be different. I mean, Kings Lynn almost have the idea of speedways meant to be a night out. And obviously, like, they'll have a press conference after the meeting as well, and I think that's absolutely great.
Of time.
I think he's alright, to be fair. I don't like doing it at Scunny, though. I'm not doing it again.
Nobody wants to go to Speedway for an 7:30 start. By the time you're in, it's about 7 o'clock and you leave at 10 o'clock. Who wants to stand there for 3 races for 3 hours, for 15 races for 3 hours? Nobody in their right mind.
I mean, I'm saying nothing. Because I don't get to Scunny for about 4:30.
You have to, though, you're staff.
To be fair, as long as I'm there for about 7, it don't really matter what time I get there. I'm staff, but I'm not important staff, if that makes sense.
No comment.
As long as I'm there for like 7 and know where the microphone is, then we're all right. But I just like to get there early. I don't know. It's like going to a speedway track where there's like even some of the riders out there, and just, I don't know. It just gives you that chance just to have a nice little chill out before getting serious again.
Normal services resumed. Tom Brennan has finished last in 8:13.
Excellent. I knew it was too good to be true.
And Tobias Muslek won it.
Up the toe, we always liked him. But it just goes to show when you put Tobias Muslek in a professional setting, you do get the best out of him. I mean, he was a bit of an embarrassment at Kings Lynn in.
To be
Was
fair,
it?
he was good at Birmingham when he wasn't riding at number one. When he was at number
Yeah,
one, he was crap. And he's not at number one at Ipswich, so he's alright there as well.
he's not a number one rider, is he?
Definitely not.
To be fair, half the Premiership have got number ones that aren't number ones.
It's true.
It's hot.
22
Individual
degrees here.
Individual scorers are up on the screen. Max Rick 7, Chris Harris 4 and a bonus. Beg Cook 7, Cooper Russian 3 and 2, Yankovic 7.
Screed's got off.
John Jenkins 1, Jody Scott 3, 4, 5 and 2. Jamin Lindsay 8, Kai Thompson 6 and 1. Matty Zagar 2, Neil Christian Everson 6, Nikolai Clinton 9, Troy Batchelor 0, Luke Harrison 2, and Ian Brandon. If you keep showing me them kegs, I'm jumping through the screen and I'm taking the whole plate off you.
Oh, Charlotte's getting offered one. None for the cameraman, Bartek says. These two usually stand up. What are you sitting down for, boys? Stand up, lazy gits.
Oh my god!
We have not having racing. We're going to sit and listen to Chris Harris and Cruz Harris instead.
Oh
Excellent.
my bloody god, do we have to just shoot him and his child?
Yeah, what you said. But I thought you liked delays in meetings and going up to 10 o'clock. That includes listening to Chris and Cruz Harris.
I'm used to going to meetings that Chris Harris isn't involved in much.
Unfortunately, this isn't one of them.
No, it's one of them. As you probably rightfully know, I don't really like kids. And
It's a
think
damn
they should be
shame.
shot.
It's a damn shame you have to do the running race on the centre of well, whatever that is at Scunner.
No, that's my piss break, that. So when it's the kids' race, I tend to just go and hide in the toilet for 10 minutes so I don't have to do anything.
Smart.
Normally, if there's people that I know that at Scunny, that's normally the kids' race is normally my cue just to get them on centre green for a bit. To be fair, and get criticised by fans as they walk past me, but you know it's all perks of the job.
Shall we nominate our riders of the night? Well, we've got a mini.
May as well.
Who are you going for?
I'll go for Kai, seeing as he bombered Bomber several times.
It's going to be a rare occasion where it's two Northampton riders.
Are you going for?
I'm going for Nikolai Clint, still unbeaten by an opponent against a Grand Prix, well, two Grand Prix stars technically on their home circuit.
Absolutely.
So if you want to vote for your rider of the night, the poll will be open until after heat 14.
Tell you what, we'll have a look at Bissonet's rider of the night. Where the bloody hell's Bissonet on my phone? BSN pals, you're too late. I've already said the score's out now. So Kings Lynn's Kings Lynn. BSN's rider of the night. Nominations are Ben Cook, Jody Scott, Jamin Lindsay, or Nikolai Clint. And as it stands,
God.
Nikolai Clint has 63% of votes.
Heat 14. Nichols Gates. Kevin Yule Pedersen goes second. By the end of the race, Dan Thompson is second and Drew Kemp's won it. Ipswich Gator get on a 5-1 for the first lap. At the end of the 4 laps, Leicester have got a 5-1. It's now 52 points to 32. And I make no punches in saying this. This year, Ipswich are wank.
There,
Northampton put up a bigger fight at Leicester than this.
yeah. I think it's safe to say that Ipswich team was put together pretty quickly and done as cheap as possible.
And they are all going to say, oh, well, Richard Lawson was ill and Danny King injured, blah, blah, blah. But
I mean, them two would have made a bit of difference,
it
but I
wouldn't
don't
have
think
made
it
the
wouldn't have made
difference
a lot.
required. No, it wouldn't have made 20 points worth
Wouldn't-
of difference.
It wouldn't have been the difference between winning and losing, but instead of losing by 20, they might be losing by 4 or 5 or 6 or 26. That white line looks like Ben Barker's dream.
They've gave up on updating the actual scores on this meeting now, but E15, Sam Masters and Ronnie Pickering versus Tobias Muchlek and Tom Brennan. Leicester are off 1 and 3.
Roddy Pickering! Up the Roddy Pickering!
And while they're racing, we're sat watching bloody track grading.
Excellent stuff. We're back on Thursday, by the way, if you didn't know. Yeah, Sheffield versus
Kings Lynn. We get to watch Kings Lynn try and survive Arlington.
That's going to be
long, probably.
something. To be fair, the meetings at Sheffield do tend... You normally finish about 9:15 at Sheffield nowadays.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear.
Give or take, you never know. You know, slip strips, falls and mechanical failures and all of that may happen, but when I went to Sheffield, it started at 7:30, and I was back in my hotel at 9:45, and that was with like a 15-minute drive and a 10-minute wait for a taxi. So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Chris Adams
Trotchy looked like a model.
He's having a good in-depth cheat work with old Trotchy. If anyone don't know the story about Trotchy, give it away, Palmer.
So at some point, was it last year or year before? Can't remember. But we were watching a Danish meeting for all of our sins, and yeah, it could come up on the screen. Niels Christian Trochman Everson, and that's where he gets the name Trotchy from.
Yes.
I want to know where Zach Cook is. Every time you watch a pool meeting,
Ben's
you
there.
always see Ben there. But Bellevue aren't riding tonight, so why isn't Zach at Kings Lynn with his brother?
Perhaps he's gone on holiday. When Bellevue race Thursday, don't they? So perhaps he's having a few days away.
Maybe.
Oh, I've got an SC meeting tomorrow night. Fuck's sake.
I might have one on Wednesday night yet.
I've got one, yeah, my STS team are racing on tomorrow night as well, but that starts at 9, so I couldn't do that. So my SC team have asked if I can race for them starting at 8, and I was like, oh, if I must.
Yeah, I've been meaning to quit my teams, I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, if I do a damn harbour special and score sod all tomorrow, I'll be like, nah, can't be arsed with this. Off we go.
Know what you mean, a Dan Palmer special? I was just trying to shadow my inner Troy Bachelor.
Has
Very good
Zygar
at...
kept his spot? I fear for Northampton here.
So do I.
This is going to be one of those. They're going to throw it. Well, throw any. They're close at the minute. they're going to FC UK it up in the last 3 or 4 races.
Yeah.
Is Bachelor
maybe.
there, or is it Luke?
That's Batch.
I
Batch Geller.
mean, Zagar, he's there as well.
That's Zagar.
In number 12, gate 1 in yellow, Troy Batchelor. Gate 2 in red is Ben Cook. Gate 3 in white, Matty Zagar. Gate 4 in blue, Jody Scott. I can only see a 5-1 to Kings Lynn coming here.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, to be honest. Unless Matty Zagar gets. But something tells me
He's just not fit enough at the moment to be going round the outside like Nicola Clint did of Ben Cook. That would probably be the only hope he's got. Jody Scott.
Post-it note's still on, though.
It is, yeah. Jody Scott could get himself a couple of points here, even the 3 possibly.
There's absolutely every chance. So, Start Marshall does the YMCA thingy and tapes her up, and away we go. Zagar's on it, gone and bloody gated, and Troy Batchelor's there with him. And Ben Cook's just made mincemeat out of Troy Batchelor, but it's currently the Foxes on a 4-2 as it stands. Jody Scott's like quite adrift at the rear of the field here, and Matty Zagar, we didn't expect this out of him, but Batch is now struggling a little bit there in third now. Can Jody Scott capitalise as virtually 2 races in 1 here as it stands at the minute, but yeah, Batch just really trying to hold off Jody Scott as it stands, and Zagar's still out in front as far as I know, and Ben Cook's not really anywhere looking like challenging to close in on him as it stands. So, but what can Jody Scott do now? Batch goes wide as we enter the final lap then, and Jody Scott's very, very close to Batch. 1 mistake from Troy.
1 mistake? He's made mistakes every bloody lap yet.
1 extra mistake from Troy. Jody's going to be through. It's close, but Troy just holds on, and that's a 4-2 to the Foxes.
That's the second time in a week we've talked Northampton into being good when we've said that they were going to struggle. That 8-14 the other day when we said they were going to get absolutely slaughtered, and they got a 5-1.
See? We just do wonders for Northampton. We should be their inspiration.
Good go by Zagar, to be honest. As you said, if he gated, he would go. He gated, and he went. Troy Batchelor did everything he could to throw that 3rd place away, though.
It was last Jody.
In number 12, Matty Zagar takes the win in white. Ben Cook 2nd in red. Troy Batchelor 3rd in yellow. 2 points to Kings Lynn, 4 to Northampton. We're tied on 36 apiece. What a gate from Zagar, by the way.
That was a beautiful gate, that, wasn't it?
And Batch is there early on.
He made a decent gate as well, did Batch, but Ben Cook just saw him off, just like, ta-ra, pal.
And Jody just dropping back a little bit there. It was all over Batch, but I think that was probably more because Batch kept making mistakes.
Yeah, I don't think Jody fancied risking hurting himself even more, did he?
What's he putting Zagar's got his thumb down? He ain't enjoying something tonight.
Maybe it's just the Kings Lynn air. This could be fun.
This could be a belter. Gate 1 in red, Max Frick, 7 points. Gate 2 in white, Jamin Lidsey, 8 points. Gate 3 in blue, Jankovic, 7 points. Gate 4 in yellow, Nicola Clint, unbeaten from 3 rides, 9 points. Something has got to give here, and as things stand currently, well, the gate stats are relatively even as a pairing, but gate 3 seems to be the best, but gate 1 is the worst. So it's advantage Jankovic, disadvantage Max Frick, and Nicola Clinton JMO are in there just for SH1 TS and giggles.
Just for ponies and giggles.
Yes. But the line doesn't seem to be as wide now, and gate 4 may not be quite so fruitful as it was earlier on.
No. That was a nice yawn. 8-13 then. that Marshall is on a night out in Kings Lynn. Now he decides to walk away, so tapes fires away we go, and it's a decent start there from Jamie Lindsay, who gets that first to the first. Now what can the Kings Lynn boys do as Nikolai Clint is at the back, and yeah, so it's Jamie White in front there now. Max looking to blast right round the outside there of Jamie Lindsay, and he's done him going down the home straight. So it's currently the Stars in on a 4-2 as it stands at the minute. Now, can Lindsay repay the compliment? As if anything, to be fair, Max is just pulling clear now of Jamo, and this is, even though this will be his second place, Jamo has ridden much more like a number one tonight than I think he has done all season.
Nikolai Clint's come bouncing down back to earth with a thud, ain't he?
Nikolai's...
He moved at the start again. He could be disqualified after this race.
It was too good to be true, wasn't it? To be fair, I don't think it would make much difference, because I don't... Yeah, he might not be disqualified. He didn't gain an advantage, did he?
He did move though, and he is on a warning. So to the letter of the law, he should be disqualified. Good ride by Max though. JMO had got away like you said and looked ever the number one. He's not really looked this season. Nikolai Clint moved and then made an absolute awful start, and that was pretty much that. Oh, we're back.
Oh, she wrote.
Normality is resumed. Tom Brennan's doubled up his last places.
Marvellous.
Tobias Muslek wins 15, Sam Masters second, Josh Pickering third, and Tom Brennan at the rear of the field.
Marvellous.
Started well, finished how he's raced for the majority of the season. The individual scorers from that one: Josh Pickering 9+1, rider replacement for Kyle Elf got 6+2, although the majority of those coming from Drew Kemp. Sam Masters 12 and 2, Dan Thompson 7 and 2, Mick Morris 7 and 1, Drew Kemp 13+3, and Joe Thompson 7+1. Tom Brennan 8, rider replacement for Ipswich scored 4+2, Freddie Hodder 1, 4+1 even, Freddie Hodder 1, Scott Nichols 3+1, Tobias Muslek 15+2, Kevin Pedersen 5, Jason Edwards 3.
Yeah, questions have got to be asked now about certain riders in the Ipswich team, aren't there?
And now they're going through an update in the heat by heat scores on the meeting. Now it's finished. Excellent stuff. Jody Scott replaces Jordan Jenkins in this one in blue.
That's not a big surprise, is it?
Everson should be favourite for this race. And Luke Harrison retains his spot in yellow. To be fair, Batch hasn't really done a lot, has he?
Nah.
Heat 14, gate 1 in white, Niels Christian Everson. Gate 2 in blue, reserve switch, Jody Scott replaces Jordan Jenkins. Gate 3 in yellow is Luke Harrison, and gate 4 in red is Cooper Russian. Feels like it's been ages since Coops was last out. Heat number 9.
Oh, it's been a while.
Heat 9 it was. We've had an interval, we've probably died and gone to heaven since then.
In heaven. Sorry, I was trying to me in there.
We will end our poll after this one for the rider of the night. There's only 3 votes in here at the moment, so if you've not voted and you are watching, stick a vote on either Niels Christian, no, Nikolai Clint or Kai Thompson.
Yes.
It's been that long since we nominated them. I can't remember who we'd nominated.
Tapes then have risen for heat number 14, and
Northampton have gated.
Both the Foxes have gated there, and now what can Niels look after Luke here in second, and that would probably put the Foxes in front if things stay as they are, but Cooper blasted right round the outside there of Luke Harrison, and decent ride there from young Cooper, to be fair. But Jody Scott and Luke Harrison have had a few decent battles all meeting, so this could get fun as Luke just holds the mid-track line, and Jody's very close to Luke now. What can Luke do is he's just about shuts the door a little bit. Well, he's just left the door ajar. He left it ajar. with a little bit extra space for Jodie to come through, but Jodie chose not to because Jodie doesn't like invitations by the sounds of things. So, but we're in the last lap then, and Trotch is out there. He's got this one in the bag, and Cooper's second, and this is going to be a ding-dong battle now, right down to the finish line. And I think Luke just gets that one.
Smart last turn from Luke. Jodie was definitely quicker than him. And we are level going into 15.
That we are. This might be Northampton's best meeting ever.
They ride Kings Lynn as well as Kings Lynn ride Kings Lynn. We've now ended the poll for the Rider of the Night. There were 4 votes cast, and by a margin of 3-1, Kai Thompson is our Rider of the Night.
Whoa, well done, Kai. You win that all, but well done.
And if you do like what we're doing, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We've got to start asking for them because we've lost a subscriber recently, and we want to try and get up over 200 before the end of the season.
Yeah, and also if you haven't already, go like our new Facebook page. It's still Tapes to Flag podcast or Tapes to Flag Speedway podcast?
Tapes to Flags podcast, I think. So one of the two. Can't remember.
One of the two.
It's been a long night.
Basically, Facebook was being a dickhead, so and it shut our page down. So we had to basically do another one. So if you could go and give that a like and maybe a share. I don't know how you share pages. I'm not very technically minded, but it would be appreciated. Please, thanks, love you, and all of that.
We will pretty much shoot straight off after this as well.
Yes.
Is it going to be JMO and Clint or Everson and JMO?
After each 13, I wouldn't put Nikolai in.
No.
Let him keep his pretend free ride maximum.
Who'd you put in with
Yeah,
Max
right.
Rick? Jankovic, probably.
Either Kvek or Cook. I don't know
Looks
which
like
one.
it's Cook.
Looks like it's going to be Cook.
Do you reckon they've drew straws, or is Jan doesn't look like he's just giving it to him, does he?
Nah.
Yeah, so we're back on Thursday for Sheffield vs Kings Lynn. Nothing on Wednesday because we're watching that meeting with our pals. We're back next Monday, I think, as well. Is it next Monday? Is there one next Monday? Did I imagine that?
BSN after Thursday until the Thursday after.
That's when we're back. It was one of them.
Bellevue versus Northampton next Monday.
Sod that. Bellevue TV is insufferable. We don't need a commentary anyway, but it's meant to be warm. We'll just have a nice night off for that one.
Yes.
That's Tony, innit?
That's my mate Alistair.
Guy in the black's Tony, innit?
Yes, Tony. Up the Tony.
Is that amateur days, Alistair?
Yes.
Oh, I always thought he was a young fella.
He's 70.
Definitely not young then.
But his son Sam is Jamin Lids' mechanic. So it's normally Alistair and Sam that go to pick Jamie up from airports and everything. It was on Saturday night, Alistair rung me about doing the programme for the amateur meeting Sunday, and he was ringing me from Birmingham Airport because he was there to pick up Jamin.
Oh, so JMO came in on Saturday.
He come in on Saturday and he stayed round at Alistair's house.
just decided to enjoy the sunshine that was yesterday.
I mean, he could have ridden in the amateur meeting.
Or came down to give advice to the amateurs.
Or that.
And he wouldn't have charged like some people we know.
No.
Whatever happens, Northampton can be proud of their efforts tonight. They'd obviously like to take a win, but you know it's going to be difficult. They've not got the favourite gates or anything, so it's going to be tricky.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? You never know what's going to happen.
I think this is a rinse repeat of last time. I'm sure they went into an E15 decider then as well.
I think you might be right, you know. Don't know, I can't remember. I've watched Speedway since then.
No. This little mini fan thing is a lifesaver.
Yes.
Judged by the fact that they've added £9 onto the price since I got it last week.
Says all you need to know, doesn't it?
Yeah, we will bounce straight off after this meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
It's a bit of a late one.
it's a weird one. Like, I know I obviously mentioned earlier that I don't mind meetings that run on, but I don't know. It's like
It's been a bit stop. So if it runs on and it's not really entertaining and stuff, but this has been so stop start.
I mean, Speedway for me is my night out, so I don't mind it if the meeting runs on a bit. But when you're watching it on the computer and you're in a room which feels like the cremation machine at the crematorium, it's a bit different. Jamin's in white. It's about as much as I could tell you.
Is in yellow. Frick is in blue, which means Ben Cook is in red. And it's gonna be Niels Christian Everson. That's an interesting one, I must admit. Although he's a former Kings Lynn #1 of many years, isn't he? So
yeah, exactly.
Although he's not quite the rider he was back then.
No, he's added a few digits to his age.
I'm really surprised by the fact Kings Lynn have given up gates 1 and 3 when gate 1 has had 3 wins and gate 3 has had 5, gate 2 has had 2 and gate 4 has had 4. So on theory, 1 and 3 are the favoured gates. E15, gate 1 in white, Jamin Lindsay, gate 2 in red, Ben Cook, gate 3 in yellow, Niels Christian Everson, gate 4 in blue, Max Frick. 3-all, we do get a draw because Super Eats are only a thing for aggregate points and stuff now, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they are, yeah.
And Lindsay, you know, he has ridden like a #1 tonight. We say that now, he might go and finish dead last in this one.
10 points from your #1's sort of acceptable, I suppose. To be fair, I can't say much because the Kings Lynn #1 scored exactly the same.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Do Kings Lynn snatch it on the line? Do Northampton take the first ever away win? Is it going to be a draw? Who knows? Well, I'll tell you in about 5 minutes. Sam Marston walking away then for it. 15 tapes fly. Away we go. A very good start there from the Foxes. And if it stays like this, which it absolutely won't, because Max Slick's just blasted right round the outside there of Jamin Lidsey, and so was Ben Cook. Normal services resumed from Jamin. Ta very much, pal. And Niels Christian Everson is out in front. And if it stays like this, it's going to be a draw. But Max Slick's chasing Niels Christian Everson all the way now. And one or two mistakes from Trotchy, Max is going to be through. So, yeah, coming into the third lap, and Niels is still in the front, but Max is all over Niels Christian Everson, and Niels really, he has indeed, and Niels really going to have to ride with eyes in the back of his head. We've got 1 lap left to go. Then can Max Frick salvage this for the Stars, or is it going to be a draw? As it go down the back straight then for the final time, turns 3 and 4. Frick to going wide, and it's a draw.
Great result considering Lidsey bottled it again. He started well, didn't he? And he's gone a thing that's happened a lot this season. He's gone crap in the second half of a meeting.
He's gone a bit south, hasn't he?
Niels Christian Everson the hero there, and Northampton take a draw when they should have probably taken a win in truth.
They could be proud of the night, to be fair.
Could you argue Clint maybe should have gone in?
It's one of them. You was going to be damned if you do, damned if you don't. And it's one of them things. People talk about it now for a couple of days, and then it'll all be forgotten.
8:15 won by the rod when yellow Niels Christian Everson, second in red Ben Cook. That ain't right, is he?
No.
Max Frick was second in blue and Ben Cook third in red. 3 apiece. 45 all draw. Do you want to wrap us up?
Yes, so that was Kings Lynn versus Northampton. He was Dill, I was Dan. We're both bloody roasting. See you on Thursday if we're not dead.